Hello and welcome to the Joint Commission Resources Quality and Safety Network Accreditation Update. I'm your host, Gail Garbarino. The Joint Commission has been advocating the idea of healthcare adapting methods from high reliability organizations in other industries, like air travel, nuclear power, and amusement parks for several years. Their circumstances may not be directly transferable to hospitals and health systems, but general principles can be absorbed from those industries, such as having leaders taking full responsibility for major changes, such as zero harm. So what does zero harm look like in healthcare? Let's take a look.
So when we think about zero harm, the first thing you have to do is say, I'm not going to do any harm. And I'm going to do everything in my practice to make sure that there is no harm. And that means looking at every aspect of our organization and having that embedded in the culture, the processes, and how we even talk so that we all know this is how we provide care. And so that's how we embody zero harm.
Some of the things that we do for zero harm, for example, we do a timeout safety check for DaVita dialysis patients. The Joint Commission said this is an invasive procedure, and so it's important that you do a timeout.
Zero harm is an ideal. It is an ideal for our patients from a safety perspective and quality perspective.
When I go to my nursing home where I have Joint Commission and talk about zero falls or zero pressure ulcers, people are on the same page. We are shooting for that. Versus I've been to nursing homes where they're just trying to get under the state average and they're happy with that. But that's not what it's about. It's about zero harm.
Joint Commission's foundational aspects is about zero harm and leading to zero harm for every patient. And that really goes hand in hand with what our mission statement is and making sure every patient that comes to our door gets that care that we would insist upon for a loved one. Joint Commission has also helped us in our quest to prevent harm to our patients and prevent never events from ever happening at one of our facilities.
Part of the reason we seek Joint Commission accreditation and why we try and maintain a continuous state of compliance is because we want to provide that high quality care. And the Joint Commission standards definitely help us focus on which aspects of care are most important when we're looking at reaching that zero harm or no harm. The idea of zero harm and high reliability is something that we learned from the Joint Commission, and we've really sort of tried to take to heart and bring to the core of our service and mission.
The way that accreditation helps in achieving zero harm is a focus on process improvement. This is a process that doesn't end, and this is a process that requires continuity of commitment and whose results benefit our patients and that will help you stand apart from your competitors.
Processes have helped us identify areas of opportunity for safety and quality, but I also appreciate that culture of process improvement that Joint Commission has brought.
Once you buy off on that you want to be accredited and that you want quality to be at the core of your organization, you really start to move towards better outcomes and a safer setting for patients.
My ultimate aspiration for the Joint Commission is to be recognized as the most important partner that we have in doing the right thing, improving quality, accepting accountability, and making a difference.
Getting to zero harm is a journey. It takes time and resources, but it is achievable. We can do this. Get started with the Joint Commission Enterprise. Make accreditation and certification your foundation. Ensure leadership is committed to a goal of zero harm. Develop and adopt a safety culture. Incorporate process improvement tools and methodologies in your work. Demonstrate how everyone is accountable for safety and quality. Join us on our journey to zero harm.
Now stay tuned for today's JCR QSN program.